Big Neck. You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I cover the full truth of this case. So what are your thoughts? I'm concerned. I wasn't expecting this, but at the same time, I don't know why she's trying to blame herself now.
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
That's probably where the contradiction is.
And
Right.
that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it.
So it's probably footprints in the powder to C to A. That or the source of the powder, because if she broke the bottle...
That's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Okay, never mind. It's probably this on footprints in the
First I
powder.
went to section C.
It definitely would have...
That's when I grabbed the poison.
If she dropped the bottle...
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
So if she spilled it there, walking from
Back.
C to A would
And
have...
then?
I moved from section C to section A.
No, it's wrong.
Right.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Just nervous so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Well, why would she lie
Powder
then?
had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well... You see...
What the? What the hell? What's going on here?
Preocchio was taking a fool.
Aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible. There
Preocchio
Are you
was
sure?
made a fool.
After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
did.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the
Look, he
mystery
swallowed that
without you.
glass.
So
Yeah, that would've been
thank
bad.
you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
The glass at the bottom of the bottle.
Bud, if you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The rec room window?
I got it!
But I don't see how that
It's
makes sense.
Part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
But I had to shatter that
The
window
we broke
personally.
to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
She poisoned herself before it all happened.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? The bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room. Should
Should have been in the.
It should have been in section A of the shelf
I got it!
when we shattered
The
it.
bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was
So
unlocked.
one of you three had to have picked it up to hide it. The
There's
only one
no
who would have
other
done
way
that was
to
Hina,
explain
who was
the
standing
presence
at the
of
door
that
when you
glass
walked in.
in that bottle.
Right.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
So it couldn't have been on top of the glass. That's what she's getting at.
Precisely.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
It says because of the evidence that
And the evidence is that it was on
it was
top,
on
of,
top
the
of the
glass.
glass.
Something that smashed on top of it could not possibly have been on top of it.
Empty protein drink, maybe.
Probably. Or broken glass if it's in the
When it comes
conversation.
to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Yeah, I don't know.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got
No, it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The rec room was unlocked. It's the glass.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked
You
room
could try
was
empty
unlocked,
protein
it
drink on door
absolutely was
being
not
unlocked.
in there.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
someone planted it?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before.
No, that's wrong.
That's the only thing I could have thought of, because none of the others made sense.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
But once again, why is Hina trying to frame herself at this point?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh, Byakuya
Oh.
got pushed back.
Hold on.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other
He's
thing.
been pushed down a peg or two.
We need to establish who exactly
thought he
got
had
the
it solved.
poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh?
Which explains why
Sakura
she has the
was
powder on her
apparently
shoe.
murdered. Just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's a section C, I have to get Ian to admit that.
Rhythm game, I think.
Please don't.
Yep, rhythm game.
Don't do it! I'm not good at these things.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar!
Especially
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you!
Okay, make sure you do the right one.
Alright.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the
Flip in the
poison?
powder. Or, so,
Yellow powder itself.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it
You have
end
to reload.
already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Yellow
Do
powder
you
itself.
have any kind of proof?
This should prove it.
Yeah. They should have said yellow powder on foot.
Hina,
Or like her
did you
medical
know that
examination.
Sakura's
Something
foot
like
had
that.
a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her insteps, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me!
Why are you blaming yourself?
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura, the connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it.
She killed herself.
Select the person.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura
Okay, so I was
herself.
right. It was eventually going to touch up on suicide. Got it.
What? The killer was...
It wasn't fun that you just guessed the right answer in the first way, but
It was suicide?
yeah, it was suicide.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
She locked it herself.
She locked her herself, and she was the murderer.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why would she do that?
When they found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And then she offered right away to go
Get everyone else.
get everyone else.
And
That's
the
when
more
she
I
went.
think about it, the more
Because
I realize
usually
how
she locks
unusual
up.
Your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
Yeah, but if we blamed her on the death, Sakura still would have been the blackened because she killed herself.
Right.
Therefore, everyone in the room would have died.
Right.
The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison, vital pieces of evidence. And yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Closing argument, begin.
Okay, so she put the note, they all read
It's
it.
probably Byakuya getting the letter.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Her hiding in the locker.
As long as that one's her going inside the locker. Yeah. She saw everything, or she's looking at everything. He eats candy. Goes, he smacks her with a bottle.
I think it's that one. Because it's the
Night, yeah.
he was writing the name in the book.
And he flied like a bat out of hell.
She gets out of the locker.
She gets out, hides the book upside down.
Wait, that's way too early.
Yeah, that goes there.
I think that's her getting out of it.
Yeah, that's probably her getting out of the locker.
Now, is that picture her getting out, or is the other one her getting out?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we test it.
Yeah.
That's all done. First smacking it, the other one breaking.
Yeah, this one's the queen. This one.
Act 5, this is when she grabs the poison. That one.
There should be Hina. Picking up the poison bottle, perhaps.
Put it back. Let's try it. See if that works.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else, and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, so that was right.
Yeah.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Nice.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
It's because you don't like anyone and you avoid being around anyone at all costs. If you get to know the people you're around, you'll know how they usually act.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Byakuya was kicked around during this
Damn!
trial so much.
I love it. B-A-A. I'm waiting for the D. Okay, a lot of A's and B's. It's not too bad. I've gotten an A on every single one so far.
Yeah. You got a lot more B's this time around, though.
Yeah. I got a few C's in the last one. I came way too close the last couple times.
all agree you made your point.
Then what was the point of the class trial? There was no blackened.
Well, there was definitely a blackened.
But they're already dead.
Precisely.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
What are you gonna do, mangle a corpse?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
It's
Maybe
tradition.
you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened?
A dead corpse.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong
She's still the
one?
blackened, whether or not she's
What's
dead.
it gonna be? What's it gonna
If they don't choose the dead corpse, everyone else is dead. Monokuma was one of the options.
He's gonna be the last one found guilty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing exciting, nothing anything.
The one who killed Sakura was
My
Sakura herself.
entire existence.
We're done here.
What?
That's
did
the whole
you say?
truth. I see.
Byakuya was dragged through the mud during this one.
Good, he deserved it. But he's also probably gonna try and get revenge now. His pride's been hurt, so he's gonna kill someone.
Something I don't understand.
Come on.
Why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because it's exactly what I wanted. The reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why you couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
The reason she tried to pin herself was because she wanted everyone to be executed.
Let me explain this. You realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. Ran after her and... Don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. Can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this, it's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you. You don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Completely believed in all of us. You just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet, instead, bottle smack. You know, another bottle smack, and then she killed herself. All of her feelings, then you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding.
what are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't have even listened to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. What happened to you?
Hina.
Right there, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I
So glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? What are you talking like that?
have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Favor?
Some
Like some protein? Could I ask you to... Got it, just hang on, I'll be right back. And that's when she blocked the door and drank the poison. So Hina was observed the death. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. That explains why there's two sets of footprints. Her going there the first time, and then going back to switch the bottles.
Right.
Sakura, let me in. Please open the door.
Why? What?
She had weaknesses just like any other person. She got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. It's weakness, that's normal, and yet
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. Just to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Died hating all of us, I wanted to free her of her regrets. And even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
Final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you said is nothing but your interpretation, right?
Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she's thinking, because her and me,
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it really what if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. It's the one Sakura goes to Hina and put it in a room. Then... You lied to me? Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. So he...
Monokuma gave her a falsified suicide note to make it seem like Sakura was depressed and killed herself over everything.
Right.
To make Hina
So in the end,
freak out.
Monokuma tampered with everything, and Monokuma almost
tampered
got
with
everyone
one thing
killed.
and almost got everyone killed. But he tampered with one thing, and Hina almost got everyone killed. So it doesn't break any of his rules.
Well now.
Can't help if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. Another thing though,
It's technically not evidence, so he could mess around with it if he wanted to.